fiddling with all these different syllables, but it just made like sausages. Better words to use. Fiddling with all these different syllables, but it just made like sausages. Better words to use. Welcome back to Console Me Gaming, your premier podcast about console gaming. My name's Gary, and I'm joined this evening by Mark.
Hello.
And Irvin.
Team Merv.
Team Irv. We're all part of Team Irv. We're down a member tonight. Craig won't be with us for a couple of weeks, but like I say, show must go on. So, yeah.
I thought you were about to go Die Hard there. It's like, Craig sure won't be with us for the rest of his life.
For the rest of his life.
It's a bit harsh.
Gone but not forgotten.
Little tribute to Alan Rickman. Gruber. So yes, you can download the podcast on Bandcamp. It's consolemegaming.bandcamp.com. If you go to YouTube, you can search for Console Me Gaming, and you will find.
You can watch us in still form.
In still form for just now.
We're bringing it back.
Those JPEGs, those stellar JPEGs,
And now available on iTunes podcasts.
Yeah. iTunes party!
After a long night of working, I had to get it to work.
Yes, well done, Mark. All the effort.
God damn you, RSS.
All the effort went for you, and
for that, you get a single clap.
You get
1, 2, 3, single clap. Yeah. It was an illusion that was double in your mind. Mind games.
But yes, we are on iTunes now.
Yes.
Backdated and up to date.
Yes, we are indeed. So if you go into your podcast app on your telephone devices or your pads
Or your laptop, whatever.
Search for
Wood.
search for Console Me Gaming, and you'll find us there.
Yes, you will.
Excellent. So now, moving on to what's always going to be the start of every show now.
It's the end of the show.
Yeah, it's the end of the show. Woo!
Awesome intro. Done.
We're going to go to what is and always will be the news. So, a few topics we're going to be discussing today. First one, Mighty Number 9 has been delayed again. Which, is anyone on the table concerned about that?
Cuts me real deep.
No. So,
It cuts you real deep, does it?
no. Was any of you guys big Mega Man fans back in the day? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they
I played them a lot, but they've never been
yeah.
a particular passion of mine. I mean, they're fun, but
Yeah.
I don't really mind.
I don't really mind. So
The later ones got a bit when
Yeah.
they started introducing all the extra characters and all the other abilities and stuff from different characters, just got a bit boring to me.
When he got his Dark Gritty reboot.
Has he had his Dark Gritty reboot?
It's like, you're more than a Mega Man. You must be a Mega Symbol. Mega Symbol Man.
Yeah. He was at his peak, and then he gets cut down, and he has to
taken down.
fight his way back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All his powers get taken away from him. It's
Mega Man went downhill when they tried to introduce story.
what happened? Just the basic, simple robot masters. Let's go off and
Kill everything.
kill everything, and then kill Dr. Wheelie or Wily. Wheelie?
Yeah.
Wheelie Wily.
Yeah.
So Mighty Number 9 is going to be delayed again. Not sure when it's actually coming out.
No idea. Didn't know when it was supposed to come out, let alone that it's still delayed.
Yeah.
Speculate at your own peril.
Yes. Moving on to Killer Instinct.
Ah, yes. The Arbiter from Halo 2
Yeah.
and the rest of the Halo games, I suppose, has been announced. Will be added to the Killer Instinct roster this season.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see how he plays. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, I think they're doing the same thing as Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And bringing in all these like
Other franchise characters.
Other franchises. And
Yeah,
stuff
well,
like
I don't know how many they'll be bringing in. This is the first one that isn't a Killer Instinct character. I think that's been announced. It's obviously because Killer Instinct is Xbox exclusive, so
Yeah.
they can bring in Xbox exclusive characters, which is interesting.
Like Mario. Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see how he plays. Mm-hmm. Probably be expensive like the rest of the characters.
Yeah.
That's how they get you. It's a free to play game with 2 characters.
Yeah, I remember playing that with Chris.
Yeah, and then you must buy the rest. Yeah, like I've never actually played any of the Killer Instinct.
I loved the original Killer Instinct on the N64.
Yeah.
On
It's chaos.
It's pretty good.
Lots of chaos.
Yeah. Lots of combos.
Yeah, no, I was
Combo breaker! Breaker!
no, I was always Tekken when I was younger.
Ugh.
I know. I know.
I've never been a Tekken fan.
No. Well, it was a button masher's delight. It was indeed. So, speaking of fighting games again, Street Fighter V story mode is going to be released separately from the actual game. The reason for this is that the Street Fighter V is coming out in February. We've got the Capcom Pro Tour, which is going to be happening around February, so they wanted to have the game out for then.
Yeah.
But
Bugs and all.
Bugs and all, probably.
Bugs are us.
Bugs galore. And so they're releasing the game for that, but then the story mode, the story campaign, is going to be released as free content in June.
Obviously, they've been focusing on nailing
Free
down
content.
the actual mechanics and
Yeah.
characters and everything, and all the cutscenes and story takes a back
And
seat.
story.
Because, yeah, like
It's
you
a-
say,
it's-
for the Capcom tour, all you need is mechanics working.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a lie. What's my motivation?
I need to know why I'm pummeling this guy.
Stories and fighting games. Gone Home has received some delays. It was supposed to be out, well, it was out in January in the US, but then it got delayed in Europe.
It did.
Yeah?
I've been playing it.
How have you been playing it?
I've got it on the Xbox.
How?
I downloaded it.
Yeah, it's PAL version's coming out on the 12th.
I've got it. Well, I've got into the menu. I mean,
okay.
I haven't actually started. Like, it's downloaded and it runs.
Okay.
I've not actually played.
And this is a great cue for what Street Fighter 5 should take its story mode. If you got Gone Home, no fight!
I suppose I can't guarantee that it
Yeah.
works, but being able to boot
Yeah.
the game and get to the menu and
Yeah.
press start, I mean, kind of sounds like it is working to me.
Well, the reasons for the delays was that the European certifications and stuff like that were they were having some trouble with that, and the release date is just labelled as February 12th.
It was just a big fat lie.
Mate, I don't know.
Well, I mean, because when I went on, because it was a couple of weeks ago, I got it. I think I went on and it was pre-order now.
Yeah.
So I pre-ordered it and then it's just like install. So it's like, oh, I guess it's just pre-installation. And then when it got to the end, it's like ready to play. So I thought, ready to play, okay. Went in and it all loaded up. So I just assumed that was
Yeah.
it. I haven't actually played it properly yet because I haven't had the time.
Oh well.
I'll double check that.
Yeah, well, let's check that after this.
Thanks for breaking the news, Mark.
Yeah.
Broke the fabric
that-
of space and time.
That just confused me. Gone Home's been delayed.
What has? I have it. Okay. Excellent. Yeah. Moving on now. Doom.
Ah, yes, Doom.
Doom.
Finally got its release date with a
Yeah.
fantastic campaign
We
trailer.
got that glorious campaign trailer.
Yeah, very good. So
Showcasing a lot more glorious enemies. It's looking really good because it is harkening right back to original Doom styles.
Yeah.
I mean, Doom 3 was great,
Yeah.
and its take on the monsters, but this just seems a lot more fun.
yeah, which
But-
that's what Doom was always.
Yeah.
Like Doom 1 and Doom 2, very much just run and gun shoot.
Yeah, and the Archfiend looks absolutely glorious.
Yeah. So that's going to be coming out on
May 13th. Yeah, it's exciting times.
Yeah.
It's nice having like an unapologetic throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got full on multiplayer as well, which is going to be like Quake Arena style multiplayer player
That
coming
will
back.
be good.
Like
That will
proper
be really
Unreal
good.
Tournament sort of thing. It's gonna feel like Unreal Tournament, I reckon, as opposed to Call of Duty and
Yeah.
Halo and how they all feel. So
Yeah. Excellent.
Doom's coming at you.
Let's doom this.
proper arcadey multiplayer as opposed
Yeah.
to precision.
Just
fun.
bucket loads of fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And blood.
And blood. Buckets of
guts.
blood and fun. Cool.
May 13th.
So, moving on to some Star Wars news.
Yeah. Take all this with a pinch of salt, but some guy showed up on Reddit the other week claiming to be connected to the development of a new Star Wars game and revealed some leaked info. I mean, again, it's all unconfirmed, but it's interesting nonetheless. The game will apparently be called Star Wars Imperial Commando, and a direct sequel to 2005's clone shooter Republic Commando. It will not be called Republic Commando 2 or Star Wars Order 66, as was like in the pipeline several years ago. Supposedly release will be November 2017 for Xbox One, PS4, the Nintendo NX, as well as PC. Be using the Frostbite 4 engine, and the main focus will be on the campaign, but it will have some multiplayer suites similar to COD, but it'll be small maps, more fast-paced sort of gameplay. Apparently it'll bring back proper co-op, including local co-op.
Yes.
Because the game's designed to be played with 4 people. I mean, you've got your 4-player squad, but everyone can take that over. Each player has unique gadgets and features. The leader can give orders to the others. The HUD and the in-helmet view will be even more important than it was in the first game. There will be vehicles in some parts, similar to Halo. And the environments will mostly be destructible and take effect on the world. For instance, shoot out the glass on a space station, things will get sucked out and the sound will go away. Since it's mostly a story-driven game, it'll have a huge campaign and cross lots of planets in the Star Wars universe.
Nice.
Apparently there'll also be an app, which is what this guy is directly involved in.
Okay.
Be used as a second screen, similar to the Fallout Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
For gadgets, weapons, radar, all that sort of stuff.
Space drugs.
Yeah, space drugs. Death sticks.
Death sticks. Yeah. That sounds really, really good.
So again,
I
it's all.
I hope it's true.
Yeah. It's all rumors, but this guy did seem to know what he was talking about, and like,
Be careful. Isn't
well,
that
like
wish list?
what you've said there does sound really like legit.
yeah. I mean, it's simple enough and sounds really good. Plus, this was announced a while ago, and with recently Disney saying that they're keeping some of the game properties that they had.
1313.
Maybe, but the story was released, so I don't know if 1313 will be as effective anymore. But still, this sounds interesting.
Yeah, no, it sounds really good. Like Republic Commando it was
brilliant. Yeah.
It was a fantastic game. Like, it sort of just came out of nowhere and surprised.
For more info, look at Console Me Gaming episode 2.
Yes.
Star Wars special or something.
Is that the thing we did? Yeah, it was. And leading on from that, Star Wars The Force Awakens Lego is coming out on June 28th. Yeah! I'm excited for that. Yeah. The trailer was awesome.
The trailer was
It
great.
was really, really good. So they just recreated the first teaser trailer for The Force Awakens and with the Lego stuff.
Bam.
Bam. Bam.
Power me so here.
The Jar Jar version of that.
Oh,
Was the George Lucas version of it as well?
Bam. Bam.
It was the end with the Falcon, and then like a gazillion TIE fighters are just coming towards it. It was really, really good. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Star Wars Lego. It's I love the original two. They were it was just good fun. And Lego games are just
they are good fun games.
Yeah, it's sort of games you can just kind of go in and just switch off and like not really think about it too much and just have a good laugh.
Just run after bricks, run after bricks, run after bricks, collect the brick, build the thing with the brick, master brick, golden brick. And occasionally Adam West.
Yeah. If they bring Adam West into this, I'll be very happy.
Irv's complex rundown of Lego games.
Yeah.
Two more bits of news. The Division is getting another beta.
An open beta,
yeah.
Because the closed beta, there's a lot of issues with it and people not getting abuse with it, people not getting into it properly.
Yeah.
I managed to get into it and I'm sure people played it like it's
just Mark walks in. This isn't Destiny.
Exactly. It's not Destiny, is it? No, it's fun, but it's exactly what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
It's third person cover based shooter in an open world. I mean, none of my friends got in, so I didn't get to experience the actual
group dynamic.
aim of it. Yeah, the group dynamic, similar to Destiny.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. I'm probably not going to bother with it when it comes out, just because it's
not Destiny.
It does not that it's not Destiny. It's just
Yeah.
it's doesn't excite me as much as Destiny does.
Yeah.
But it's fun, and also, I mean, if all my friends pick it up, then maybe I will, because the best fun's going to come from playing it with lots of people.
It's quite close though. It does start with a D. That's, you know,
So, yeah.
de, not de.
But yeah, that was the closed beta last week, and then so the open beta is February 16th, I think. But I'm pretty sure that's not 100% confirmed. It's just been put out there.
Yeah, hopefully like a mini pipeline thing.
But it, like I said, it should be an open beta, so anyone should just be able to jump in.
Yeah.
But jumping from Division to Destiny.
Division of Destiny.
A couple of things in the world of Destiny in the last couple of weeks. Bungie President Harold Ryan stepped down 2 weeks ago, and the long-time COO Pete Parsons will now take over as CEO of Bungie, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Not much happening in the world of Destiny. Quite a lot of people are dropping off, and Bungie are starting to panic a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they released that questionnaire.
They emailed out to the people who were playing it a lot. I mean, are you enjoying Destiny? What are you enjoying? And sort of rating it as like how you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
It has been a bit of a slump because the year one DLC cycle is unsustainable.
Yeah.
So we haven't had anything since the Taken King, which was great, but it's been a while now.
You need your fix, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Hunting around.
you say that.
When you gonna get me that thing? There's Destiny developers, please, Bungie. I'm struggling here. I'm really struggling.
Well, no, not at all. I mean, I've
Yeah.
just stopped playing it. I mean, I don't need to play it. It's just
Yeah.
it was
DLC or cold turkey.
They do have their mini Valentine's event, which is going to release with Crimson Doubles, which is 2-player
Oh, yeah.
game type similar to Trials of Osiris. So it's 2v2, best of 5 rounds. You only have one life per round. You can revive each other.
Yeah.
But it's got a little extra mechanic that when one player dies, the teammate gets a buff that maxes out their agility, recovery, weapon handling.
They're special.
No, they're
combat,
special.
no.
Just their stats. So basically, you just get a big super
Stat booster,
boost.
yeah.
Okay.
So it'd be interesting to play.
Yeah.
That's February 9th to the 14th, I think. So, I mean, Tuesday till Sunday.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to count down the actual hours till then. He's got a doomsday clock. 24 style.
So when you're listening to this, it'll have already started.
Yes, it would have. Purge. The future.
And I'll give my thoughts on that next week.
Yes. And finally for the news, this is something I actually just sort of came across. Just saw the kind of thumbnail for this video for this new up and coming horror game. So I clicked on it and had a look at it, and it's Visage. Made by it's made by Sad Square Studios, and it's going to be released. It's looking like January 2017. It's going to be. I think so. Yeah, it's heavily inspired by PT. Yeah, and the video I looked at the other night, it looks pretty terrifying, but it looks weird as well, like really sort of weird. Like it starts off in your sort of house, and lights are flickering and stuff like that, and you
So detached. Need more details, man.
yeah, and lights start flickering, and you're walking through. You go upstairs to your bedroom, the door slams, and then a monster kind of chases you a wee bit, and then you end up in this like industrial bit. You open up the door, and
It's like a portal or something.
yeah, it's like kind of like a portal sort of thing, and it's it looks weird, but it looks good.
Early days.
I just love something that was like totally confusing. You open the door to the beach, and then in the beach there's a little bucket. Down the bucket there's some stairs. In the stairs there's a garage, and the garage opens into a spa. Why is there a spa? There's Monster Spa.
The scary door.
Open the door. Yeah, I'll just leave it.
No, I'm just gonna lock, and I'm just gonna go to I'm just gonna go to my parents for the weekend. Cool. So yeah, that is the news for this week. Woo! Yeah. So, how are we all doing? We all doing good?
Doing all right.
Doing all right.
Yeah, doing all right.
Been a
mate.
good week?
It's been no bad.
Yeah. We've been playing anything much?
Not most of the week. I've been playing something we'll be talking about next week with Game Club.
Yeah.
Finishing that off. But
Yeah.
no, XCOM 2 was released, well, what was yesterday, but it was released on Friday the 5th. So I've been playing quite a lot of that over the weekend, and it's good. It's very good. It takes everything that was good about the first one and improves on it. Very steep learning curve,
Yeah.
throws you into the
Kicking
deep
your
end.
ass pretty,
Oh yeah,
pretty early on.
first mission, like everyone died. Like, no remorse.
There were no survivors.
There weren't, like, straight in, just wiped out. It's like, oh, this doesn't play quite the same as XCOM. There's more to this, because I mean, they're still they're still recruits, but all the classes are different. It's it just takes the ideas of XCOM, what was successful, and just builds on it.
Yeah.
But-
So there's no like kind of easing you in with the tutorial. They just kind of just drop you.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Nope. Grow up.
I don't know if that's because
Die faster.
I decided I subconsciously disabled the tutorial because I know what I'm doing, or I think I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But,
And it's like, we got this guy.
but no, it's very good. I mean, I need a bit more time with it
Yeah.
to give a proper view. It's been getting great reviews, and
Yeah,
I can
no,
see
we've
me
been
putting
seeing that.
I can see me putting a lot of hours into it.
Mark's not sure yet. I've died 15,000 times.
I wonder if it'll give you a death counter at the end.
Well, no, you can go to your memorial and see how many soldiers have died, because in
Because of you.
XCOM, once
They're all dead because of you.
once you're dead, your soldiers died. They're dead.
Yeah.
Like, there's no coming back.
Oh.
That's just some mean zombie DLC.
Yeah.
And then that would be great. The person who died the most had the biggest army. Like, yeah!
I thought I sucked at the game, but now I'm good.
At least I thought I was.
Oh God.
Excellent.
If you're listening, guys who make XCOM,
Yeah. I've got some
Yeah.
golden ideas.
Zombies are kind of already in it though. There is the chrysalis turns you into zombies.
it's not the same,
Nah. No.
There's the whole graveyard shaking.
Military graveyard.
Yeah.
What is this?
What about yourself, Irv? Have you been playing much?
I've been going back in nostalgia.
Back in time.
Yeah.
Back in time, got out the PS1. Well, I had the PS2 Slimline, but then I found the PS1s.
Yeah.
And then it's like Simpsons Wrestling.
So,
Amazing.
so you had obviously you had the original one. Did you have the PS1, the smaller
Yeah, the
one?
PlayStation X, well, that's been referred to, which is just a normal PlayStation, and the PS1, Wii1.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just found that. I tried to play Monkey Hero. It no longer works. A little knockoff of Link that was my childhood. It's like, no. First, and then I found Jedi Power Pals, the one.
The game.
The game.
The game.
Yeah, so good. You forget how much of that is like platforming as well.
Yeah.
Sort of 2.5D, just run about, kill some droids, run about, jump, die. Because it was so punishing, because it's always be like folk would just shoot you when you were jumping in the air and then you just plummet to your death.
You just try to jump over that gap, and then the droid's just like,
Yeah.
dead. Yeah. No, we'll need to do a let's play of that at some point. That'd be good fun.
Throw back in time. The
co-op.
Co-op and that is amazing.
It was very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just live it out like the real game.
Yeah.
The real game, the real movie. What else? Oh yeah, World's Scariest Police Chases. That again, it was like all these games that were your favourite.
What? World's
Scariest Police Chases. You know,
It's a game.
there's a game of that. Yeah. Again, made by Fox Interactive, who have made no bad games ever. For some reason, I loved that as a kid. It was like one of the things I got like a 3 for £10 deal from game. And I was like, a police car chasing real people with DUIs. What's a DUI? I've just got an accommodation. I got accommodation. It's like,
I didn't see this game.
and the guy commentates it like he does in the show. It's like, real drivers take real bad chances. Look at this guy driving about, knocking everybody's trash. Get him.
This lawbreaker thinks he can beat the police by going into a residential area.
No animals were harmed.
Little did he know it was a cul-de-sac. He is now trapped.
Waiting for those rescue services who have tried to catch him. Yeah.
Awesome.
So that was good. And then I just moved segued onto Dead Space because I have that.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet. So, but it's
So good.
It's a
really
fantastic
good.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that on our game
Yes.
club? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm getting ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Ahead of the curve.
I've done that with a few of the games as well. But Dead Space. Ooh, what a game.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere. Especially just want to play it at night, headphones on, and you're like, oh no.
Behind you. No, it's everywhere.
Captain Kirky's dead.
As you're stamping on a neck of a, for God's sake, I'm an engineer, not a...
That guy said bang into like no heavy metal music and that, But yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. I remember playing Dead Space for the first time, and I kind of just plowed my way through it. But I didn't really pay much attention to the story, but what kept me going through that game was the gameplay.
Yeah.
And I love the external HUDs as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
everything's a real part of it.
I said that a few weeks ago when we were talking about.
No, you didn't.
Stop lying.
Just it was a real pick and mix. I mean, it took things from Resident Evil 4, from Metroid Prime, a few other things. Just
Mega
put
Man.
put it all together, and what came out really worked.
Yeah, it really did. I do think my first playthrough, I do think that the idiot line helped me a lot.
The what?
The idiot line.
Oh yeah. The tracking system.
Yeah, the tracking system basically tells you exactly where to go. So you never be kind of stuck on where you were supposed to be going. But I mean, playing through the second or third time and stuff, I didn't even use it. I was I kind of knew where to sort of go.
Yeah,
and then
Yeah, one of the nicest things about the UI is that the HUD is completely clear, so you're completely immersed in it.
Yeah.
You know, your health is on your back,
That's
and
so good.
the ammo is displayed on your gun, all that sort of stuff. And if you use infantry, it projects from you, so you're still in the actual game. It's
what's
but I
this
mean,
one's
that did the tension right with instead of obviously Resi 5 having that you're not allowed to pause when you're in your inventory. But Dead Space did it right. But I think probably due to the atmosphere.
Yep.
You have to plan, son.
Yeah.
Have to plan. I think this area is safe. I'm going to go into it now.
And smash everything.
No. Run away. Stab.
Yeah, because I'm up to chapter 5.
Uh-huh.
But it's also, there's so many great set pieces, all the zero gravity stuff.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
You know, even though it's hot and all that, it's still really beautiful as well, how everything moves.
And when you go into
spinning.
when you go into the botanical labs as well, and the side of the ship's ripped off, so that there's no sound. It's just it's silent, and you don't know where the necromorphs are. They could be anywhere because there is no sound. And you're wandering through, and there's all the particle effects, and for its time, it's great.
It's
glorious.
still holds up today.
Oh yeah, it does.
graphically,
Yeah, of course it does.
It's almost 8 years old.
Yeah.
Don't say that. It makes me feel old.
Yeah. It really does.
What else? Yeah, well, the boss battles are pretty good as well.
Yeah.
I'm up to the
it's a
botanic
bit-
section.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bit I'm talking about.
It's a bit like Zelda, isn't it? With in regards to bosses, having that kind of indicator of where you're supposed to damage it.
Yeah.
So it was a game that kind of held your hand a wee bit, but if you ramped up the difficulty and wanted to go for a real challenge, then it delivered on that as well. But yeah, we'll discuss about Dead Space later. Ooh. Yeah.
What about yourself, Gary?
Well, I've been currently going through the Uncharted. I got the Uncharted Collection a couple of weeks ago, so I finished 1 and I'm about 3/4 of the way through 2, and I'm loving them. Really, really loving them. It's just like playing through an Indiana Jones film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fun. Nolan North absolutely knocks out the park as Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
He's just such a likable character, and the whole cast, especially in 2, are just outstanding. And I think it is just the vocal performances and the story and all that just make 2 the better game. Out of all 3 of them, I would say.
I had the Mass Effect problem with the Uncharted games because I picked up my PS3 when Uncharted 2 came out.
Yeah.
So I got Uncharted 2 with it. And then I also got Uncharted 1.
Yeah.
And then I made the mistake of playing Uncharted 2 first.
Yeah.
It was like,
Okay.
oh, this game looks ace.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
played that. Got a good sort of 3 or 4 hours in. And I was like, you know, I like this, but I should really play the first one first. So I tried to jump onto that.
Yeah.
But the gameplay and just everything is so subpar compared to the second one.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to play, especially coming directly from the second one.
Yeah.
And it's the same for me.
Especially one of the things I hated in that was just the wave system. You know.
Oh, it was just a constant,
Yeah.
constant like waves of enemies
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah,
coming
yeah,
in.
yeah.
And stuff.
It's also when it just really doesn't make sense. You're
The pacing of one was
Yeah.
like, the gun battles and that were pretty appalling.
Yeah.
Like in the original, but they bounced it out for the
Yeah.
remaster in PS4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they took the shooting mechanics from 2, implemented them into 1, and they've done the firefights. They paced out the firefights a bit better.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, which is great.
So
like
thanks.
going through 1 again was a lot more fun this time.
Yeah.
With the new systems.
Yeah, with the new systems
Okay.
in place, so it was really good.
That's a good thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was just when I got to that wave thing and I was like, oh, I just can't be arsed with this.
Yeah, I was the same. I
Yeah, just
never,
hear Nathan Drake go no.
Yeah.
never finished
Over
1.
and over
so
again.
went back to 2, finished that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like one's pacing in the story is a bit weird. Like a lot of the time, I just forget about like who the main bad guy is.
Yeah.
His name's Navarro, and he kind of looks a bit like Dave Navarro. That's how I remember. So, but anyway, yeah. So going through the Uncharted, so I'm looking forward to getting through them, and I've also revisited GTA 3. What a game! What an absolute
Yeah, I love the start of that. Well, like, it was really cool. The XCOM, the orange jumpsuit of
Yeah.
the
yeah.
What's
the
his
ages.
name? Dog? Is it just what's
Eight ball. 8 balls.
No. A-Ball's the
Guy.
what's the character you play?
Claude. That is his actual name, Claude.
No, it's not. It's,
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, he doesn't have a name in GTA 3, but
Yeah, I thought it did. I thought it's like I thought he had a name like Dog or something.
No. No, he didn't have a name in GTA 3, but then they brought him into San Andreas, and his name is Claude.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, going back. Controversial. Yeah, but yeah, going back to that game, it's definitely my favorite.
blast, yeah.
It's definitely my favorite. Sorry, Mark's just looking up funny videos on YouTube.
We were singing,
Yeah, share.
Can you believe in love after love, Mark?
Do you believe in love after love?
You squared off perfectly.
Fantastic. But yeah, GTA 3. It's definitely my favorite. I lost so much hours and time in that game, just in pointless things like like going up, getting the dodo, flying, going off the highest point on Shoreside Vale, going to the ghost town, the back, and then constantly gliding around the city. And I'm just like, I'm doing this for like hours, and I'm just like, why am I doing this?
Land, put in the cheats, and then just go on a rampage.
Yeah, and what was the other thing we used to do? We used to always go get in the back of a bobcat and go around the stadium and just like kill as many people as we could while being on the back of this bobcat. And it would and you'd shoot the bobcat, so it would start driving faster. So you're just holding on for dear life, going, "Oh my god!" It's a fantastic game. So yeah, I'm kind of going through it again and trying to do everything.
Trying to play it properly.
Yeah, trying to play it properly. So I finished the story. I've done all the phone missions. I'm currently doing the garage missions where you have to collect certain cars, and once you get all of them, you can select any car you want in the game and just get it on demand sort of thing.
And do you remember they did have the really cool was it car cheat when you just press select and you just fall out the sky? It's partially damaged.
Yeah. There was the flying car cheat and the tank cheat. You turn
the turret around and you keep
fire it up, and then you just sit the flying car cheat. So you got this tank going into orbit. It's amazing. Such a good game.
You also got cars on water, didn't you? Or was that later on?
No, I think that was Vice City.
Yeah.
I remember going along the beach in Vice City for that.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, it's been a fun week.
Happy days.
Fun week. So moving on to our main topic of the evening. Main topic. We are going to be discussing the golden age of 2D platforming.
As we go down memory card lane.
Yeah.
That's a patented copyrighted thing.
Yeah.
Just 2D platforming or 2D retro games?
2D retro games.
You've killed the
Yeah.
news, Mark, and now you got to kill this.
Why would you let it live?
It's what I do. It's what I do.
The assassin.
They shall have no destiny. You let the mic drop.
So yes, taking a trip down memory card lane, going to be talking about 2D gaming
That were
from when
childhood.
we were all little nippers.
Little nippers.
So what was everyone's first console they got? First console.
Master System 2.
Yeah.
With Alex the Kid built in Miracle World. As you punch dragons and eat hamburgers. Boom.
What a game.
If there's ever a thing to set your childhood up, this is what I want to be. Dragon puncher.
And eating hamburger.
And a beast. Yeah.
If we're talking first console that I got my little mitts on, would have been the NES.
Yeah.
Would have been my uncle's NES with original Mario.
Yeah, it was passed down.
Yeah, well, no, I
Well,
used to.
I stole it.
Well, no, he used to play it,
Yeah.
but then just whenever because we didn't live far from but whenever I was around, I would play that, and then my dad got a SNES as well, so going from NES onto SNES. I did have a Mega Drive and all those odd things as well for a few games, but no, it was mostly Nintendo.
Yeah.
And also, I always would steal my dad's original Game Boy.
Oh yeah.
My dad had
We
a
had
Game
that.
Child.
What?
The knockoff of the Game Boy with one game. And there's like a three-way tank thing. And you're just this little dot. And these three same tanks just pop up. And
I know exactly what
stellar gameplay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
So
about.
was that like the kind of like the screen was already like kind of printed
Pre-rendered.
pre-rendered with the design on it, so it just had
Yeah.
to light up the certain sections.
Yeah.
Game Child, my friend. Game Child.
Game Child.
It even had like a fake like cartridge holder hole. That was like this big for like regular game.
So like you were trying to put normal
Yeah.
Game Boy games into it.
Denied.
This is not working. Why? Glorious. Yeah, my first one was the. We're actually looking up the photo. Wow.
Yes.
What a knockoff. What an
That
absolute
font.
knockoff.
That is
It looks
glorious.
pretty much exactly like a Game Boy with one button. It's got an A button.
That
It
is
doesn't
funny
have
to
a
see.
B button.
I'll see if I still have that because that was glorious. I used to play it like Trips Down to Stirling and all that. Play that thing for the same 2 hours.
Awesome. Yeah, my first one was the Sega Mega Drive. And I got that. Sega. Yeah, the Sega Mega Drive with it was actually given to me by my I think it was my second cousin, I believe.
Okay. There was a real hand-me-down culture with
Yeah, like back like definitely from
Yeah.
like those kind of consoles and even to up to like the PS1 and
the 90s were a kinder time.
yeah, kind of time. Yeah. Until we all grew up and got jobs and then were able to afford to buy consoles ourselves.
No one's getting my console, it's mine.
It was Xbox 360 was my first one. I worked a full summer at Kincorth swimming pool and saved up all my pennies and I bought myself an Xbox 360. And I was like, I feel like a man.
And then you betrayed it and went to the PlayStation.
No, I was always a PlayStation person. It's just everyone else I knew had an Xbox at that time.
Because it's the right choice.
I really can't see through that Xbox tattoo. I really can't. It's distracting, Mark. hide your face in future.
And his watchdog ones on his eyes. So about what age were you when you got your Mega Drive?
God. Was I about 6, 7,
Yeah.
I think, around about then.
I was about the same when I got my Master System.
Yeah. But I always remember going round to my second cousins, and like he was a lot older than I was, And I would always just annoy him to play, and I'd sit and play for 2 seconds, and then I'd be like, I'm done. And then 2 seconds later, I'd be like, can I play that game again? And 2 seconds later, no, I'm done. Such an annoying
The Gary
shit.
cycle. Very interesting.
But then I came home one day. Mum's like, "Oh, I've got a surprise for you," and went into the living room, and it was all set up on the telly, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And then lost my life to Sonic and Micro Machines and all those great games. But
because everything was so different back then. It's also like, you know, you had to tune in your consoles and all that.
Yeah.
It was always like 5, 9, 8, 7 or
yeah.
something like that. And for this, I've brought
He's brought some props.
We have props.
We have props, which we will have to describe to you. Yeah. Oh yes, yes.
Oh my god.
Some of my favourites.
Yeah.
Sega Master System.
Master System games, absolutely fantastic. Wow.
I feel cheated. This is just an empty box.
The Lucky Dime Caper starring Donald Duck.
Asterix. No Obelix, just Asterix.
But you could play as Obelix.
Oh wow. Wow. Dick Tracy.
Amazing. Batman Returns. Oh god.
Oh wow. This is definitely a trip down memory lane.
I've got some Mega Drive ones.
These were my jams. Sonic the Hedgehog. Lost a lot of hours to this one. One player, 16-bit cartridge.
I have Jurassic Park. Oh man, I remember this. It made no sense.
That's the one. That is the football game I was talking about.
It's the best football game ever.
International Soccer, FIFA
International Soccer.
Yeah. Oh god,
I've still got that. So
one of my friends used to always come round. It was just before school, and we'd have like a little time to play games beforehand, and we always ended up playing FIFA or NFL or NHL, and oh god, it was just so much fun, and I just remember NFL always being the Chicago Bulls, and.
NHL was always Pittsburgh Penguins. And
I was Chicago as well, I think.
Yeah.
And the NHL, the fighting, so good. I was that little section. But I can't remember what was it. It was like during a match and stuff like that. If you crashed into a player, sometimes it would go into a beam up style.
Yeah.
It
was so limited.
So good. Absolutely fantastic.
You could only slide forward and then just one singular punch.
Yeah. And I think it was just whoever could press the button the fastest.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There was also your little yellow stars. That was always the thing with all the EA games. It was always the little yellow star that was by your feet.
Yeah.
So you always knew who you were.
Yeah.
Whether it's FIFA or hockey. Or
That I've never been a fan of
sports games.
Yeah, sports games at all. But apart from them, I lost so much time to those games, and
especially FIFA
great.
though. FIFA was amazing, and the little win animations. And
do you remember performing a foul in FIFA?
Yeah.
And then the ref would chase you.
And you could run away from him.
So you just run
It's the
around
greatest
the whole
game. Yeah, greatest game mechanic.
You just run around the whole pitch.
You can make a minute game last
it was so good.
30 hours.
Oh man, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, because you're like, oh crap. Oh
it's so good. So good.
So for those who can't see, I've just brought out some Master System and Mega Drive game boxes.
It's just kind of
I've still got plenty at home, so I was just like, just
take a few in.
A nice even bunch. FIFA for Gary.
Over 2,000 frames of player animation.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and that's when everything was called rounds back then. And but yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
That was basically the era we lived in. Was just every game was a 2D platformer.
Yeah.
No matter what style it was, like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it was always 2D platformer. A lot of the movie tie-in games back then were 2D platformers.
Yeah.
And it was a solid genre.
Yeah.
Absolutely
there was one that springs to mind that stepped away from that, which would be Zelda.
Yeah.
The sort of top-down, almost ISO playing game.
Yeah.
But Zelda 2 did stray into platforming, and it was terrible.
Yes.
ISO, man.
Yeah.
FIFA.
So
Yeah,
FIFA.
FIFA's full on ISO. Yeah.
yeah. So what was the story behind 2 again?
The Adventure of Link.
Yeah. Like,
In the actual story or the development story?
Yeah, like kind of development story of it, because like it was like such a far shot from like obviously the original, and then what it kind of went down again.
I think they just they had the first one, which was great, but then obviously,
Yeah.
like you're saying, 2D platformers, side-scrolling platformers were the business.
So
I mean,
they
it's still it was a combination. I mean, the overworld was the top-down moving. Similar to Final Fantasy in that way.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
The overworld was the top-down moving around, but then you had stages where it was just side-scrolling platforming, just trying something new. I guess it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't work with the Zelda gameplay. Just
Yeah.
wasn't quite right.
Yeah.
So they
No.
went back the other way for Link's Awakening.
Yeah. Because I was always wondering about that. I wonder if it was like kind of like a Metal Gear thing, because Metal Gear 1 came out and then they demanded a sequel, and Kojima wasn't like kind of ready to do a sequel at that point. So so this other team did Metal Gear. Was it Snake's Revenge? I think it was, and it was just like kind of almost like just a spin-off title.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Kojima was like, no, I'll come back and do an actual proper sequel.
Yeah,
So I was wondering if it was anything like that.
yeah.
But the Metal Gear games were a bit different as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really the first ones that kind of focused on the stealth rather than just shooting everything in sight.
Yeah,
Sort of thing. Which is really good at the time. And like kind of going back and looking at it now, obviously like we've played better games and we've experienced better games. So just going back, it's like you have to kind of sort of set your mind to that point in time, just
you
to
have
kind
transplant your brain back to
just to kind of
what was back in
appreciate
the
it.
time.
Well, it is the same if you go back to like older games like you've never played before, but you've been told have been really good.
Yeah. It's a weird experience.
Yeah, it is
What
weird.
was culture back in the time? Who was in government? So what would be your favourites then from like your back in Mega Drive days?
Mega Drive, definitely the Sonics. Loved the Sonic games.
It's amazing how much a step up 2 was from 1.
Oh wow,
Game changer.
It was such a game changer, but it was like I remember like I wasn't sure if I preferred 1 or 2 like when I originally got it, but like going back 2 is by far the superior game. Just adding co-op into it.
Soundtrack, Tales.
Yeah, first glimpses into 3D for me with the special
That
stages.
special
Was it Smooth McGrew's, the guy that does the game a cappella and stuff?
Yeah.
Groove,
Yeah,
he's really
like
good.
a lot of his Sonic ones, like was the Chemical Plant Zone one is just
I think
superb.
yeah.
He is brilliant.
He's really
Yeah.
Chemical Plant Zone was that was my jam.
Yeah.
That was my jam. But yeah, the Sonic games were really, really good. Mentioned Micro Machines.
Oh, Micro Machines.
Micro Machines 2, wasn't it?
Turbo Tournament. Yeah.
Turbo Tournament, yeah.
Yeah, it's the one.
That was such a good game. Just a good like top-down racing game.
Yeah,
and, it was
and also just like the great concept how it really brought the Micro Machines, because you have so many things that, it's a micro machine, but it doesn't look like the world it represents, whereas that one absolutely nails it.
Yeah.
You
Like
battle on
you're-
kitchen tables,
Yeah,
pool
yeah.
tables, and
Also, the track was kind of separated by like Cheerios at one point.
yeah,
like,
sweet corn, and
It was really, really good. And I'm trying to think of other ones on the Sega Mega Drive. It was Mickey's, one of the Mickey games.
yeah, there was World of Illusion. It was the follow up to Castle of Illusion. Castle Illusion was the one with you got in a 2-pack with Donald the Duck. It was the one where you was it Minnie gets taken by a witch.
Okay. The one I remember
Or
was
there's Wild Adventure, which is like
which one
starts with Steamboat Willie.
That's the one. That's
yeah,
the
I
one.
remember
yeah.
that.
Steamboat Willie.
I had that on SNES.
Yeah. That was such a good game.
It's cool because there's quite a lot of additions to that one. Like there was one on Mega Drive and one on Sonic Mega CD and then one on like PlayStation 1 as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was solid.
Yeah. And moving on to another one of my faves, the third best-selling game on the Sega Mega Drive, Aladdin. Aladdin was so good. So
yeah, you still the animation's still as smooth as ever. When
yeah,
you look back at it.
it was Shinji Mikami that worked on that. We mentioned that last week.
Yeah,
And oh god, what was it? It was just like the way that it followed the beats of the movie and stuff like that. But like obviously like 2D platformers, like take Super Star Wars in for example.
Yeah.
Like just totally shoved Luke into like different situations that he wouldn't have been in the film at all.
Yeah.
And it was the same with Aladdin, but just the gameplay of Aladdin was like just sound and
I handled all the sort of level design things really well.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
great verticality.
the genie lamp.
yeah,
That was such
And the riding the magic carpet, from
yeah.
the lava. And
Oh yes,
I know because I never quite completed it. It was always the
It was
magic
the-
carpet bit.
yeah, magic carpet. It was like
nails, hard as nails.
Yeah, like I think I did get through it once, but I think it's only once.
Yeah, the dungeon was punishing,
Yeah,
and also
The
like
whole game was punishing.
Yeah.
The desert level. And
Yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of weird. You guys are just talking about the Mega Drive. I mean,
Yeah.
but I was home on the other 16.
Yeah, but you
console.
still
I mean,
experienced
yeah,
that.
I
Yeah,
had
Yeah.
the SNES, but all the same games.
Yeah.
plus so much more.
yeah.
There's also because all the Disney interactive ones you had that. You had Lion King.
Lion King was
Lion
great
King,
as
yeah.
well. That was
Should-
also
should-
brutal.
yeah,
the
should-
yeah.
hyenas.
Yeah, should we say about Craig's story about the Lion King? Does everyone know Craig's story about the Lion King?
Well, not everyone knows, Gary.
Not everyone out there, but you guys know.
We know. Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
everyone. Gary.
No, I will tell.
We'll wait for Craig's anecdotes when Craig comes back.
Yeah. So you want me to tell it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
So it was the Lion King for the Sega Mega Drive. He went round SNES as well. Yeah. Went round to his mate's house to play it and stuff like that. And it was the Stampede section, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he got really, really, really upset when he died and he lost like one of the life counters.
Yeah.
And so he really, really upset, stopped playing the game. And it was his friend's mum was like, "Oh no, it's okay. Like you've got another one." And Craig's like, "It's not the same." It's a different Simba. Simba's dead. But I'm sure once Craig comes back, I'm sure he'll have some other antidotes. So
The fact that
we might have to briefly revisit this one just to
In
get.
fact, he said he was
some
inconsolable.
Yeah, inconsolable.
But yeah, that was challenging. Same with Jungle Book. It was a lot of fun as well.
Yeah.
Throwing all them bananas.
Yeah. Was there? I think there was a Looney Tunes one as well. I think I was playing.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh God, Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim.
I suddenly thought about that.
Cow flingers and
Yeah.
using your head as a whip.
Yep.
What a game! What a game!
Just his gun was just the one.
Yeah. Just like keep collecting ammo and just blast everything constantly.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, what's the because it was the sidekick. What's his name? Peter the puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he turns into
the weird.
He had a jet
mutates.
Yeah. Did he have a jetpack as well? Did he?
Yeah.
he did, yeah.
You had everything, man.
Earthworm Jim. Yeah, that was another good one. That was great.
Earthworm Jim brings back another one of mine. This was on PC though.
PC.
Did any of you hear about play Jazz Jackrabbit?
I've heard of
A
it.
green rabbit with a bolt gun that was sort of like,
Yes.
and it had the sickest soundtrack in the world. It was like acid jazz stuff. It was absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
You'll have to listen back to some of the stuff. It's,
Awesome.
and you fight turtles, and
Yep.
they just try to take like Sonic and Mario things and just smash them together. And
Yeah.
amazing.
Awesome. So
saying
yeah.
Mario. I mean, Mario games were fantastic as well. I mean, obviously you didn't get those on the Mega Drive, but
no, we did not.
I mean,
Super Pass.
Super Mario Bros. And just brilliant games. Still are brilliant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a simple formula that's just been replicated through all the games, but it just
Sorry, what to say done to death.
no.
It's a great formula. That's
Well, it's just been replicated and works so well, and
Yeah.
that's shown by Mario Maker just now. I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
you can take all the mechanics from all the different games and just do these
that was
crazy
such a
things.
great idea for a game.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely fantastic.
Let them make their own game, huh?
Yeah.
Like, it's a great idea, but it does seem pretty lazy. As well.
Hey, just let them do what they want to do, huh?
Yeah, but I don't know if you've seen any of it created.
Oh
It's
my God.
absolutely crazy
Insane.
levels.
Yeah.
It's so good though.
Yeah. So anything else from like your SNES and
Well,
NES
if we're talking
Yeah.
the obviously talking about SNES, two favorite games that I spent most of my childhood playing were Link to the Past and Super Metroid. Link to the Past, of course, Zelda.
Yeah.
The fourth game, I think, because there was Link's Awakening on the Game Boy before.
That and then
So there was Zelda, then there was Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, which is the side-scrolling one.
Yeah.
Then there was Link's Awakening on the Game Boy, and then A Link to the Past was the fourth one, I think. That was on the SNES.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic game. Like, just went back to the style of the first one, but obviously with much nicer sprites and much more open world. Like, you had the light world and the dark world, all these different mechanics.
Yeah.
It was great.
Awesome.
But definitely the best game and highlight of my childhood still is one of my favorite games ever was Super Metroid. It's just great sci-fi side-scrolling collection shooter. It's just utterly brilliant, and the reason that I love it so much is I've got such special memories of it. I mean, because I got it when I was really young, and it came in a big box. It wasn't like your standard SNES box. It came, sort of A4 size box, and the reason for that was because it came with the instruction manual was also a map guide. So you had maps.
I missed that.
You had maps of all the different
big ass instruction manuals.
Yeah.
Big ass instruction
Game manuals. Yeah.
like real production, like a lot of production gone into the manual as well.
Yeah.
They had maps of all the levels and all the areas showing where
It was almost
all the secrets.
Was it almost
are.
like an official guide?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's an official guide that came with the game.
Yeah.
But I remember I used to play that with my mum.
Yeah.
So I would play the game, and when she would have the guide, she would have the maps of it, and she'd be saying like, oh, there's something down there. Oh, I think you need to go up here now. And also, one of the most traumatic experiences of my childhood was there was a boss, the third boss, Dragon.
Yeah.
Really, really difficult to beat as a child. But I remember you go into his room and you drop down quite far into the arena to fight him. And I've been trying it on and off for weeks, just couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
And then one time my mum had gone out, like I think I might have been at my granny's or something, but I was playing it, managed to defeat Dragon. I was like, oh my God, I've done it. And
Nobody's there.
No, well, not that nobody's there. But then when you beat him, you get the space jump. And the space jump is basically it's an infinite jump. So you just keep jumping and you can climb back out the pit.
Yeah.
But my child brain couldn't work that out. So I got the space jump, but it doesn't explain what it does. It's just like, you've got the space jump. Yeah. I'm sure I explained it in the manual somewhere.
Yeah,
but I had no idea what it did. So I was just sitting there, stuck in this pit, like going, I can't get out. I finally did it. I can't get out. I just got to leave the console on until Mum gets home. But like I was saying, I don't think she was coming back for a while. I think I was there for a few days. I eventually worked out, but I remember being
That was
really
amazing.
traumatized by
Because
that.
basically, without instructions, you were screwed back in the day.
Yeah. You really
No
were,
hand-holding
in
in these
not
games.
at all.
'Cause-
But yeah, like going back to like the production of like some of the gaming manuals back in the day were great. Like you got like character bios.
And all the concept art and game art and stuff that went into them, like they were productions of their own.
Yeah, they're really good. Like one that sticks out in my mind, if we're drifting away from Sega Mega Drive for just like 1 second, it's Metal Gear Solid. Like that gaming manual was really, really good.
There's also Out of the Generation we're discussing, Gary. Save it for another memory card lane.
and retracting.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I think it was like the middle of that. You opened it up and you had the big, massive like sprawling
Spread,
concept art of like all the Foxhound members. And
Well, it was exactly. The concept, the art for Metal Gear Solid was glorious. That kind of pen and ink style thing.
It was so good.
That wavy, sketchy. I love that. Yeah, we kind of started to lose all that great inclusion midway through. What was the GameCube, Xbox generation?
Yeah,
that was when
kind of lost it there. Yeah,
like you still had some games had that production in it, but a lot of it was losing.
Yeah, No, it was just it was always something that I like. It still keeps me going back to getting physical games. It's just having that copy, but I mean, like they don't have any manuals anymore.
It's just a piece
Or
of
it's
paper.
just, it's just a pamphlet.
It's a pamphlet that's got like the
download code or something.
Well, yeah, but it's got all the disclaimers, like health and safety stuff that has to go into it, and that's it. The rest is go online for the instructions.
Also, like, how much of your family took that 45-minute break thing like seriously? Like when you're a kid?
No one took it.
Well, I'm pretty sure my mum started when I first started playing games. She took it seriously, but then I kind of waned a bit as it went on. When you get into
as
a
the
game,
addiction deepened.
Yeah, when you actually start playing a game in half an hour or 45 minutes.
Give me another 45 minutes. I'll just take a 30 off. Doesn't work like that, son. I was trying to remember if it else. Yeah, because I've got my wee list. Also, another one. It was also back then. You also got like crazy license games as well. Like, didn't I used to play Global Gladiators, which was like officially like sponsored by McDonald's. McDonald's had like their whole rings, and you basically chew bubble gum and chew bubble gum at slime monsters. And then like Ronald McDonald's in it, and he's like signaling you to come to him and stuff as you collect like M&M double arches.
Oh wow!
And then when you complete a level, like it just starts raining in McDonald's double arches, and they're all different colours.
Are you sure that's just not one of your childhood sugar rushes?
Nope.
It's all hallucination.
I still got it. It's the real thing.
Wow.
So that's my Mega Master System list. Also, Battle Outrun, Sega Chess,
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, which was rubbish.
Aw.
Action Fighter. So many generic things.
Let's stick two words together to see if it sounds cool.
Well, that's what
Action Fighter.
that's what game development was, but then it could have no point. I mean, I remember seeing a little thing on the internet the other day. It was remember when game stories were like this. It was just like the president's daughter has been stolen, so kill everyone. That was all the story you got.
Exposition. Echo the Dolphin. It's just like just how they used the 2D thing differently.
Yeah.
And that was amazing.
That was really good.
And also quite challenging as a kid, like working out the sonar things and touching crystals and a lot of trippy ideas with these things.
Quickly go back to was it like stories and games, like back in those days. I think it was John Carmack that said when he was like kind of developing Doom, and the whole thing about the Doom Bible. It's like the original idea for Doom was it's to have this really big, massive story with multiple playable characters and stuff. But then like they interviewed John Carmack after like he made the decision just to kind of go down a more simpler route.
Yeah,
he's just it's just like stories in games are like stories in porn. They're there, but it's not necessary.
No one really cares. They're just there for the action.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. Yeah.
They're just here for the money shot.
Yeah.
Boom, headshot.
Oh wow.
Also got like the Mega Drive list was like Jimmy White Snooker.
Oh,
Whirl Ball.
I thought the Game Boy, Jimmy White Snooker.
Did you used to play Chunk Rock?
Chunk
You play as a caveman and then you have to like dodge dinosaur poo.
Wow.
It was something. It was pretty good.
It was something.
It was something.
Wow.
Batman Forever. That was one I got like bought. Like my sister got Toy Story, and that cost £16.
Oh, Toy Story. That's another one.
Toy Story.
Yeah. That
the renderings on that are really good. Like 2.5D models and
it was. It really pushed the Sega Mega Drive to pretty much its limits.
extinction.
But it was the same style as like Mortal Kombat with the like just the sort of picture.
When I seen that like blew my mind. I was like, whoa.
I just remember going through, was it Pizza Planet, and like that was an impossible level. Like you had to duck every time like people would walk by, and
also your fight with Buzz under the really challenging. The hardest thing I think was the first person thing when you had to find all the aliens. So it's cool. They all seem to have that sort of, especially like with Disney, they had that first person part, dodge part.
Yeah, like they basically almost did like a Die Hard trilogy with it, and like did different gameplay styles for like different sections. That was a good game.
I also had Muhammad Ali's heavyweight boxing. That was great. But it's weird because you can't really pick your favourites. Well, especially with us, like there wasn't much passwords and stuff, so you had to play it on a cycle
Yeah.
and start from the beginning and all that.
Oh, gaming passwords.
Yeah. Back in the old 8-bit days.
Yeah, that's another thing the manuals were useful for. They always had that note
Note
section
section,
in the
yeah.
back and
Yeah.
like write in.
I never wanted to write in those.
No,
though.
neither did I.
'Cause I was
Neither
like,
did
"Oh,
I.
Got to keep it pristine.
Yeah, I might want to trade it in.
Yeah.
Or someone will steal your sweet, sweet knowledge.
Yeah. So I'd like a lot of notebooks or like just bits of paper with
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
on it. And
I think I remember like pulling, like if I pulled out some of my older games in the boxes, they would have little scraps of
Slides,
paper
yeah.
with
Yeah.
passwords written on them, just sort of slid in the box.
And cheat codes.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was still kind of like I still did that. Like not that long ago. Like it was obviously like with like the Resident Evils and stuff like that, like writing down solutions to puzzles and stuff like that. But I remember, what was it? Craig gave me a shot of Final Fantasy X. And he when Craig used to like lend stuff to me, he'd always leave like little post-it notes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember he did that with me as well. I
Yeah,
remember that.
it was the anime films.
Thinking of you,
Yeah.
saying Craig.
Yeah.
What?
And like when he lent me Final Fantasy X, he gave me a sheet of paper that had like what everything was weak against. So like the elemental types, so it's like fire was strong against ice, but was weak against electric, and like it was weird. Like
He was very thoughtful.
yeah, it was very thoughtful. But that was a weird system in 10. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I think I've got my favourite. I think my favourite would be Jurassic Park, maybe. I think,
Your favorite
from the retro days.
from the retro?
Such a random game.
Sonic.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Sonic 2. Sonic Hedgehog 2
Sonic 2,
for me. And
Super Metroid.
Super
definitely.
Metroid, yeah. That's pretty much your top game.
Yeah, it's pretty much my top game of all time.
Yeah.
I think it is my top game of
Yeah.
all time. I've played that game countless times. I've got
Know it inside out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got emulations on ROMs all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, Jurassic Park, you can place a raptor.
Yeah, I know. but
Big story narrative
No.
behind that.
no Super Metroid.
I was so gutted though, because it was like my pal, one of my school pals, like I brought him over, like he came over to mine, because I'd been over his to play like his Nintendo. I was like, wow, his Nintendo. Wait until I show him my Sega Mega Drive stuff. But he had like a Nintendo 64. And then you seen the opening of like Jurassic Park. It was like do 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 do, and the gates open, and it's just like a flash of lightning. And then my mate was just like in the stitches pissing himself. It's like, it's so shit, and I was like dead inside.
I don't like you anymore.
I was like, he's gonna love this. He loves Jurassic Park. He's like, oh, it's so shit.
Do you remember that envy you used to get like when like your friends were like kind of a step ahead of you with the consoles?
Oh,
Yes.
I'm always like generations behind.
Still are.
Yeah, still am. But it's because I had like my Mega Drive Master System when folk all had their PlayStation
Yeah.
1s and all that.
But yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean,
No.
back then it was fine because
Yeah.
all those games were just great to play. Like
And you
now
got them
it sucks
cheaper.
because you're locked out of so much multiplayer stuff, which is
Yeah.
sadly what a lot of games focus on
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
days. So, I
well,
mean,
it's also that, and also exclusives.
Yeah.
Well, even though you did have your exclusive back then, but not to the same sort of.
Not- yeah.
We're only developing this for
Yeah.
this after previously generating for all of them. So,
yeah.
um,
While you were going through your list of Mega Drive and Master Systems games, I might as well mention a few things on the SNES that were worth playing. I mean,
subpar.
Mario Kart.
yeah, Mario Kart. I mean,
That was cute.
that was great. I mean,
Yeah.
it still is. I mean,
yeah.
but then the like other things like Donkey Kong Country. That was
that
was
graphics on
fantastic.
that were outstandingly good
Yeah.
for the time. It
Yeah.
was the same thing with Toy Story. It was
Yeah.
like that kind of like render thing. It was rare that it did that one,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. And there's some great Nintendo RPGs as well. Earthbound and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
both,
Chrono Trigger.
both absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic games. Like Earthbound is still a brilliant RPG. Like if you
Yeah.
haven't played Earthbound, you need to play Earthbound.
Yeah. You got the Final Fantasies as well.
Yeah, Final Fantasies 1 through 3 are all on SNES, but
Yeah.
I don't think I ever played them.
Yeah,
I
there was a weird thing with the Final Fantasies, like when it got brought over here, because Final Fantasy 3 over here was 6.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
But then now they've like changed that properly.
they've corrected it. Yeah. But there was also the Mortal Kombats were
Yeah.
fantastic. Similar vein to Mario Kart was F-Zero.
Yeah.
Oh, F-Zero was amazing.
So that was one of the best racing games I've ever played.
Yeah.
It's just the mechanics of that were so interesting with the like having to build up your shield and then you could bounce off the walls and cut the corners and
That's
things.
cool.
There's loads of great SNES games. Star Fox as well.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah. Super
Super Metroid is definitely the standout. I mean, it still looks and plays and sounds amazing today. It's obviously it feels dated.
Yeah.
Because it's that old sort of side-scrolling game.
But like we said, going back to some of these games, if you haven't played them, stuff like that, you kind of have to like set your mind back to that and kind of accept it for what it was at that time.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of games of that age can, by modern standards, seem kind of campy, if you know what I mean. Just like
a little bit, yeah.
a little weird to play. Whereas the atmosphere and the sci-fi and the open world essentially of Super Metroid still stands
Still
up.
fits.
Yeah.
Like just
And that's always the biggest trigger, is just the music and the sound.
Yeah.
So good.
I will get round one day to playing it.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
That was on another instant one. Did you ever play Comic Zone?
Comic Zone.
It was when this attempted to have a story. It was like a comics writer, and then it's like I think it's some sort of like lightning hits the comic or whatever, but he gets drawn into the comic that he's
Amazing.
written by the bad guy, and it's like, and then it's like as you go through it, you physically like kick yourself through panels. So it's like you're going down the pages of a comic.
Okay.
And it flips over and stuff like that.
Never played that. Never
Yeah.
even seen that.
So it's really cool.
That sounds really interesting. That one, yeah.
So
I never saw
I'll
that.
bring that around. I've got it's on my MegaDrive collection for PS2. So
Yes. Oh, so that'll be on the Sega Mega Drive collection.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I've got that for the Xbox 360, so I might actually.
So you have that game?
I have it. Yeah. I might go home and play that.
There's a lot of cool other things, and then also all the fighters like Streets of Rage and
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's a great Spider-Man one, Separation Anxiety. It was amazing. you had Spider-Man, you had Carnage, Toxin, Scream. And
it's also when they got the properties, they just throw everything in.
Yeah. But it was a Streets of Rage clone, but it was so good.
Yeah.
You could like just like web swing along. I always remember I used to play it with my friend who didn't know or couldn't work out a web swing. I'm pretty sure he just pressed Y or something.
Yeah.
But I'd always lead all these enemies over to him and then just web swing away and then just maul him in the corner.
Sorry, Steve.
Oh, excellent.
And I think one that maybe isn't retro, but I think also like blowing your mind, like as soon as you got like a next generation, but PlayStation 1 was Rayman. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Rayman was
So
great.
pretty.
Yeah, 2D platforming probably at its finest.
Yeah.
Super Metroid. apart from Super Metroid, but yeah, like Rayman just looked gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, gorgeous. It looked weird.
It graphically
Fantastical.
like,
Yeah.
stuff like that. It was a weird looking game, but it was
It's a mental idea.
yeah.
Where's his arms, huh?
He has no arms, no legs.
How you do that punch and spin fist, eh?
Yeah, that was a good one. And was there any other like kind of 2D platformers like going on to the sort of like
I'm
early
sure there were
days of PS1 and
going to PS1.
so
I think
talking about 2D platforming.
my first bunch. Well, it was sort of Streets of Rage, but it was Batman Forever, the arcade game. That was the Batman. I got Batman Forever for Sega, and that was the first one I ever got taken back off me.
Oh,
My
okay.
mum was like, "This is too violent," and I was like, "What? I'm 7. I could do what I like."
I mean,
So-
when we were straying into the PS1 and
Like
N64
just the
eras, I mean,
early
like that was
2D ones, yeah.
Oh, it's just difficult. I can't even think because that was the early days of like proper 3D environments.
it was,
Everyone was just
yeah.
going mad for that.
Does anyone remember Tombi?
No.
No, it was like it was sort of like a 3D 2D platformer with it was kind of like this big massive-
platformer in a 3D world.
Yeah, it was kind of almost did like 2.5 3D at some
Yeah.
points, but it was it was good. I remember playing the demo of that. But like you said, when everyone was going on to the 3D graphics and stuff like that, they were kind of
Yeah.
focusing on that, and
Yeah.
the stuff just blowing your mind.
It was an interesting time because also like back then when like the first foray into 3D, they're pretty much all rubbish. So if you stayed back, you got this golden pipeline of 2D stuff,
Yeah,
and then 3D took over.
yeah,
Yeah.
it did indeed. So I think that's a good point to kind of leave off.
Just
Yeah.
segue off.
Yeah.
That was the glorious golden age of 2D platforming.
Yeah, and 2D gaming.
2D
And we've probably missed hundreds of millions.
Yes.
Well, yeah, of course we have. This is it's our experiences with it, I suppose.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
We might do a round 2.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous. And when will it end? Will it end?
So yeah, thank you very much for listening. Just remember you can download the podcast on consolemegaming.bandcamp.com. You can search for us on YouTube, Console Me Gaming, and also on your podcast apps on your iPads and your iPhones and any other kind of device.
every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Except last Wednesday.
Except last Wednesday. But we're on track now.
And if you have a favourite 2D game, stick it in the comment section.
Yay!
Syllables, but it just made like saucy. Better words to use.